Hello, this is my video on my experience in regards to administering the Violin 3. The first question I'm going to be answering is I'm going to be providing my general thoughts about the experience. I chose to administer the comprehensive parent caregiver form. I gave this form to the parent of the child that I felt would be best suited for this assessment. I do have some experience in regards to dealing with parents when it comes to assessments, such as, for example, the Addis screener, which is a screener that is that targets ADHD, ADD behaviors. So when I do hand out the parent form, I do take time to meet with the parent and explain to them the general process in regards to scoring the statements, which was very similar to my experience in regards to the Violin and the parent that I chose to give the comprehensive form to. I did read the manual, and I felt that the instructions were very good. I think it's detailed. I also feel that the actual starting points that are given to you in the manual are also stated there right on the side of each domain for in the Violin administration booklet. So for example, if I wasn't aware of where to start on the listening and understanding communication domain, well, the student that I chose for the assessment is 13 years old. So then I would go to the section that says there on the left hand side 8 plus and begin there. Because they are 13, they are going to fall under that section. So I felt that it was not difficult in the sense that it does give the manual and the booklet itself are pretty specific and to the point in regards to where to begin your statements according to age. The manual, however, was also specific on determining basals and ceilings, which is important in regards to the overall scoring. You will base your scoring on raw scores that are determined once you have figured out your basals and your ceilings. Now, I feel that it was nice that you have the response options 2, 1, and 0, and that it does tell you most of the time, sometimes, or never. So it's pretty to the point in the sense that the response options are defined, the numbers are defined. 2 means usually or often, 1 sometimes, 0 never. And I thought it was neat that there's even a column for estimation. So if you're not feeling very confident in one of your responses, you can always check if it is an estimation, and you do go, and when you get to the scoring, you do take that into consideration because it does ask you the number of estimations used. And there are some sections where the responses do differ. So for example, in the problem behavior section, the responses differ. They change from usually or often, sometimes, never to often, sometimes, or never. And once again, it does tell you up on top, it does state that the final section asks about problem behaviors that the person may or may not show. And it does say that the score choices for each item are slightly different. So it's nice that there is even some sections that tell you, such as this one under problem behaviors, that you must circle a score for every item, which is different from all the other sections where, again, you look at your basals and your ceilings for guidance, as well as age. I liked that it was very thorough, that there is assortment of questions regarding the child's behavior in many different categories: speaking, listening, understanding, talking, reading, writing, caring for self. I like that the items were specific and that the parent again has the option to check the estimated box. I also thought it was nice that it does include a comment narrative section where the parent may probably want to emphasize certain behaviors or make clarifications. So that is neat there because that will help the educational diagnostician make a better determination. I disliked that it was very lengthy. When I think of the Addie screener, it's definitely not as lengthy. It'd probably be a quarter of the length of the Vineland. So this one was time consuming. That a parent would have to set aside time where they can concentrate on being able to answer to the best of their ability, possibly take a break or two, so that they can take their time answering and not feel pressured to have to hurry and finish and make not as best judgments according to the statements. So again, I didn't see anywhere there in the manual where it stated that they had to finish within a certain window and that they could not possibly take breaks in between. The administration, I like that it wasn't difficult. Again, the instructions are available on the front cover. The manual is pretty thorough. I like that there's a first set of pages that you can detach that give further explanation to the parent in case they might have questions on specific statements, and it would be only the statements that are in that first set of pages. But again, it does help that it elaborates a little bit more, so it helps parents make better decisions. The scoring for me was easy in regards to the basals and ceilings, computing raw scores, because I have some assessment experience since I do have those responsibilities at my district, but the scoring is different. I did go on my own through Pearson and I set up an account through Q Global so that I may go in and score this electronically, and I paid, I believe it was like $4, a little under $4, to have a one-time access to be able to score the Vineland 3 administration. So overall, I did find that it was a great, very detailed assessment. My questions that remain are more in regards to knowing exactly when and who to administer this assessment with, because I think it's a neat assessment that I can picture offhand many students I'd want to administer this assessment to in regards to teacher feedback, parent feedback, but I know that this is more specific in regards to the type of student that it will be administered to. And I also wanted to know or how much weight it would carry when we compile it as part of the comprehensive assessment in making determinations in regards to the child's academic setting. Very good assessment. I enjoyed learning the Vineland 3. I have a couple of questions, but I know with time these will be answered. Thank you.